It's another Harry Potter day. So excited. Okay, this was a request from one of my viewers named Brenna. Brenna, if you'd like the original, I can mail it to you. You can just send me a little email and sharasart@gmail.com, and I'll put this puppy in the mail for you with a little note on it. Anyways, let's get started. I love Albus Dumbledore. We are going to start with his head, so it always starts with a circle, so we're going to be going around. I think this one I'm going to do a little different because I could go all the way into the beard, but I think what I'm going to do, so let's make an egg, but when it comes down to here, we're just going to bring this across. I don't know how straight that is, but okay. It's a little lopsided, but that's fine. All right, so as I usually do, I'm going to go down the center, and I'm going to be here because, okay, you know what? I'm just going to make a full oval. So originally when I started this drawing, if you guys want to start over, I did make a full circle. I always start with a full circle. Some reason I was trying to do a shortcut, but I'm just going back. So we have the oval, and then we are going to do across the middle. And this is where Dumbledore's eyes are. So I kind of made him look, he looks a little mischievous, sad. Kind of looks like he's holding in some major secrets, which he is. I've got a lot of great fun facts I learned. Okay, so I'm making the domes for his eyes. I make them a little thicker. And then underneath, we're gonna be making one, and then we want the eyes in here. Two. We have 1, 2. All right, and I made this eyebrow. Eyebrows make all the difference. He has this more of like determination look. This one is more of like, it looks a little sad. I think of all that was craziness going on. All right, so we're gonna put, this one eyebrow is gonna be arched up. I made it a little bushy because as old people get older, their eyebrows get crazier. Yes, they do. If you've ever looked at an old man, sometimes they go a little crazy, but that's what makes it kind of cute. Okay, that's the hair in there. So right about halfway point, we're gonna put where the nose is. So his nose, I didn't put a cute button nose because I thought, well, he is an old guy. You know what, I'm gonna erase this cross T. Let's get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. What else so Albus Dumbledore is the only wizard besides Harry Potter, so I guess he's not the only, to possess all 3 Hallows. Impressive. Okay, so inside the eyes, we're gonna do it's a little shiny and color this in there. Of course, we're going to be doing this with Sharpie, but if you end up not, then you know where the colors are. And we're going to be putting, he has the, kind of like the marks of aging skin. Doesn't look like him right now, but we're still working on it, okay? So right underneath, I want to put where the beard is, so it's right here. Okay. That's not his mouth, that's just, his mouth is there, but it's kind of covered up by the beard. So let's, before we go any further, let's get the beard in there. So his beard is just gonna come right off of the side here, and it's kind of wavy. Whoop. You bring that down. And he likes to tie it off with this little ornamental string. Kind of funny. And then I want you to go in here, and we're gonna erase this before we do the rest, because it's kind of throwing me off. Okay, this is looking, better. Okay, and I'm sure you guys are Harry Potter fans or you wouldn't be watching this, and you know what the 3 Deathly Hallows are. The legendary objects are the Elder Wand, the Cloak of Invisibility, and the Resurrection Stone. And I know you guys have seen this. I'm just drawing this symbol. Do you guys know this symbol? Everybody does. So you got the triangle. So this is the stone, this is the cloak, and this is the wand. So that's like the Harry Potter symbol. Okay, so let's do the bottom of his beard. Okay, so he has like, this is his bottom lip. And then he's got where the hair starts growing. So if you see people in hair, they kind of, that's the way it goes. And then we're gonna make it go, and we're gonna make this connect here. Doing his beard. I'll make this one more round like the other side. Make it matches. Matchy. Okay, and he now looks like an Amish man. So we're gonna have to finish off his beard because it's driving me bananas. So out of his nose, we wanna make this is his awesome mustache coming down. So we'll do the same thing on this side. And then make this one. And we'll go and erase that and it'll make it happier. Happiness. I love looking up fun facts and I always learn so much. And there's always so much information, I can't put it all in. I'm putting a couple of like lines in here so it looks like it's hair. All right, and now you can put some lines in here going down. Dumbledore is the only grave at Hogwarts, but he had to get approval from the Ministry of Magic. So he's the only one that has I mean, a lot of people have died at Hogwarts, but he is the only one that actually has like his little grave site. And just like Harry Potter, Hogwarts was his home. We're gonna make his hat, but it's crooked. So making it come across, make it go over, because see how we're gonna have hair sticking out of there? So you want to erase in here. Good job. All right, I think their hat is actually quite entertaining looking, kind of funny. But of course, it has like a little knob. He's got tassels coming off the end here. And then now you can make him look like there's actual tassels. So this tassel is gonna come in. Got another tassel. So you just wanna make a bunch of tassels. Great job. And just like this came up like this, it's gonna go behind it and then it's gonna finish off on this side and then come down. And I made it just I simplified it. If you actually looked at his wardrobe costume, it's pretty intricate. So I'm just doing a parallel line here. And then I'm going to do some lines. And I do it with a thin Sharpie. I just did extra. I did do some, so you can tell I did. So I have the fine Sharpie, it's just this one, but the ultra fine, you can see I just made little extra pieces on there. All right, ooh, let's make off here. We're gonna put a couple more hairs coming down. Yeah. All right, Dumbledore, and right here, it's pretty cool. And before I put in the hair, I'm just gonna put 2 little tassel strings coming off. And now you can put in any amount of hair as you want. Super job. All right, so coming off, look, it's coming along quite quickly, which is awesome. I'm not gonna do the back hair because we need to do his robe first. So his robe is just gonna be coming straight down, bam. Same thing on this side, is down, bam. And his shoulders, I like making my characters slouchy shoulders. And it's gonna come in. Awesome. And then now his arms will go down. So now, oh, we can put some detail in there. So I just made fun detail. You guys can do whatever you want. So I just went like this, and it's almost like a half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle. Same thing on this side, but you're gonna go the other direction. Line, half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle, line, and then I just did circles inside, make it look intricate, and then with my little baby Sharpie, I just kind of went around and it's like stitching, intricate stitching around the outside. You don't have to make a, just like that. So same thing on this side, line, half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle, line. Same thing on this side. Oh, going the other way. Half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle, line, half circle. Circle inside. And then now you're just going to do like the waves. Look at that. Last but not least, what else we're missing? That's it, is his hair. So just coming right out from underneath his hat, you're just gonna put some waves in his hair coming down. Do the same thing on this side. And then now you can do some other ones. And then with your little Sharpie, you can come in and do the more intricate pieces if you want. All right, I got a few more fun facts after I Sharpie. And okay, I have double Sharpied. So now I'm going to take, see if I have a little baby. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is a ultra fine point. So this is where I'm gonna do okay, now I'm going to take my eraser and erase any lines I don't want. There you go. I don't like that. I call them eraser goobers. Okay, here's the colors I used. I always usually start with a skin color, so that's just a peach, or if you find a skin color. And I'm just medium, just gonna color the whole thing in, and then I'll put the lights and the darks in. Start with just covering the whole thing up. Oh, more fun facts. Albus Dumbledore could understand parcel tongue. He can also understand merpeople's Mermish and the goblins. Parcel tongue is a language of the dark mark. So he really couldn't necessarily speak it, but he could understand it, which is impressive. That means he's a bomb.com wizard. So now with this same color, is I'm gonna go harder around the edges. He could do both wandless and silent magic, and that is only the most powerful wizards can do that. So that just tells how amazing he is. Everybody, if you notice, they all have wands and they all have to use their wands to do magic, but there's the most powerful ones don't need a wand. They could just do it with their mind. It's pretty impressive, huh? Yeah. So regarding Dumbledore, it's a love-hate. Like, I see him as like a grandpa. So I'm just going around where all the Sharpies are a little bit more. And then when they come in, if you notice, you want it darker in here to make it look like the nose comes out a little bit more. And then you always want to make it darker under the eyes and then go around the eyes. So he's kind of like, when I see Dumbledore, I think of him as like a stern grandpa. Lovable, but stern grandpa. Like, yeah, you can go visit him and go to his house, he'll give you a hug, but you better follow the rules. You're gonna be in trouble. So you can just see the difference there. And then if you come in with the tan, this is where you're gonna get most of the shadows that we need. So you're just gonna go over this. And then under his eyes, around his eyes. See, it just makes a big difference. I'm getting the tan, come over here. Across here for the shadow. What else? I learned, there's a couple things I totally learned new. This one, his Bogart, however I pronounce that. thing that would come and taunt him, was his sister, Ariana's corpse. What? You're like, he had a corpse? Like, we know that Ron's was a spider. And I think Harry's was Sirius. I mean, oh gosh, my brain's not working. Anyways, so. All right, you see how that makes a difference there? Oh, I'm gonna go under here. Severus Snape. Oh, brain damage. So Harry had Severus Snape, I think. Or was that? Yeah, I think that was Harry. So they made him, when he came out, picture him in a dress, which was the funniest thing ever. Okay, I am gonna give him a little bit of rosies. So you're wondering why? And I didn't like, why was it his sister's corpse? So when he was in a duel, a three-way duel, his sister got in the middle of it and she was killed in that duel. And he kind of blames himself and he's a little upset about that. And put a little bit on his lips and a touch on his nose. There we go, awesome. And his eyes, you can use any blue. This is light blue. I think I used a different blue there, but it doesn't matter. So it's kind of crystally. So you can do push harder at the top and then lighter at the bottom. Harder at the top, lighter at the bottom. And then now we're gonna come in with the gray. I want you to make a shadow under here. Because he's got a shadow from his skin. And then what I did was, it's very, very light gray because he's pretty much white. So you just want to barely go in there. And then I put a touch of yellow in there. So very lightly, I'm putting a little bit of gray. Of course, more under the nose because the shadow. But you don't want it to look too gray. Just a little bit. I'm trying to think, what is my favorite scene with Dumbledore? I think one of them is when he disappears at the very end where he's like smack right over his head, and they were gonna capture him. That was pretty awesome. I think he turned into his phoenix and then flew away, or just poof gone. But I think it was a phoenix. I need to go watch him again. Okay, so I'm not doing heavily amounts. But just enough to look like there's a little gray, and we'll put a touch of yellow in there. Not much. So I want it to look old and white. Guess more down here, because shadows. And around his beard, maybe a touch more. All right, so we'll just finish off his beard. So what I did is I just took a touch, just very little bit of yellow in there, just to give it that old people yellow tinge to it. Just a little bit. All right, maybe a little on the eyebrows. Okay. So just a tinge. So his outfit, I did gray with a little bit of black, and there's like a jade green undertone because it has, oh, let's do gray. That is gray. Okay, so I'm just gonna go lightly over the whole thing with gray, and then we're gonna go over it with the green and a little touch of black. Super job. And now you can go around just the edges. Might as well do that now since you're doing this whole thing. Just make it a little darker on the edges. All right, so we'll come in there with black a little bit. So we'll just cover this whole thing with a light gray. And his shirt's the same thing, so it's kind of monochromatic, just one color. Can you picture Dumbledore in bright clothes, like a Hawaiian costume, like Hawaiian shirt? That would be hilarious. My daughter asked me the other day, Mom, which one is your favorite Dumbledore in the movie? The first one or the second one? The first one passed away. I think the first, but I have to go back and work. But that was the answer I gave. Okay, so now you can put in shadows in here. And then I made the undershirt darker. So it kind of like, so it's not just one color. So I made this darker under. You're gonna wanna do that too. And we will come in with a touch of black. I always go under, as you see, right under here. So it looks like this is over that. But once we put the green in there, that's gonna make a difference. So you're gonna come in with the jade green and go a different direction. And we're just gonna lightly put a green, putrid green tone to it. This I made green too. His little string attached there. Oh, let's go a different direction. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do this green too. And of course this hat, because you know, he needs a matching outfit. Because he's so dapper. Then, last but not least, let's come in here with our black. And let's do some shadows, especially right under the beard thing. Come over here. And also it looks like I put black inside here. So it just didn't look like one color. Go along here so it looks like there's a shadow. Same with here. Forgot to put some gray in there. Okay, I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more shadow here so we can tell the difference between the beard and his long hair. I think that looks better. And then of course there's some black up here. I made this bottom part blacker. I think it's coming along. What do you think? Hopefully yours looks good. And if you have a request for another Harry Potter character, just message me. Tell me which character you want me to draw. Anyways, there you go. Do the background and hope you guys have an amazing day.